And in the Impact segment tonight, you may remember that NBC News was embarrassed when the Today Show ran an edited tape that portrayed George Zimmerman, the man who killed Trayvon Martin, as making a racist remark. The full tape showed that wasn't true. Now there's another controversy. NBC News correspondent Andrea Mitchell hosts a program on MSNBC and said this about Mitt Romney's recent visit to a convenience store called Wawa.
Maybe this was Mitt Romney's supermarket scanner moment, but I get the feeling, take a look at this, that Mitt Romney has not been in too many Wawas along the roadside in Pennsylvania.
I was at Wawa's. I wanted to order a sandwich. You press a little touch-tone keypad, all right? You just touch that, and you know, the sandwich comes at you. Touch this, touch this, touch this. Go pay the cashier. There's your sandwich. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
What's amazing is how that tape was edited by Miss Mitchell's staff. Mitt Romney's point was much larger about how the private sector, Wawa, operates as opposed to how the government does things.
It's amazing. People in the private sector have learned how to compete. It's time to bring some competition to the federal government and to get it smaller and to ever respond to the customers, which are you.
So NBC cut out the salient point. With us now, Fox News analyst Lanny Davis, who's calling for more civility in the political debate. First of all, you got to know you're fighting a losing battle. It's not going to happen. There's too much money involved in incivility, and we'll get to that in a moment. But when you see something like that, all right, from NBC News, major organization, where they purposely doctor what Romney said to make him look like he doesn't know what he's talking about, and oh, he's in Wawa, and he's this and that. And then you call for civility. I mean, what are you going to do? Fire everybody at NBC?
Well, first of all, I don't think Andrea Mitchell would do that deliberately.
She did it.
I think she was unaware because she was
unaware.
Too many years
let me
that she
stop
would
you.
do that.
So Andrea Mitchell was unaware that her tape was doctored.
Just knowing her, I can't believe that. That's a horrible example out of context. And they did that, by the way, to Barack Obama when Romney used a quote from him saying he didn't know anything about the economy when it was actually John McCain that he was referring to.
I don't know that example, but let's stay on this one.
Same thing.
All right. Now, I'm going to be civil and say you're probably right. Andrea Mitchell's busy. She doesn't go in the editing room and know what her people are doing. But this is a pattern of behavior in the left-wing media and in the right-wing media. All right? Take the material and make the person look as bad as you can possibly make them. And you, Lanny Davis, are going to change that?
You're the one in the no-spin zone. You just did it. That's why I'm here. Michael Steele and I came together, and in the column we wrote in today's Politico, we also talked about the Bain Capital ad being distorted because the guy, Mitt Romney, who they're criticizing, wasn't even at Bain Capital when the Obama campaign.
You're making my point for me.
So both sides are doing this stuff, and Michael Steele and I'll shamelessly plug our company, Purple Nation Solutions, are saying we're fed up, just as Cory Booker did, and we think people in Washington want solutions, not this kind of stuff.
You know what this is like? This is like you standing on a beach in Thailand when the tsunami's coming in saying, I'm fed up with you, tsunami, don't come here. Boom, okay? And you're in Cambodia. You're not going to stop it. And it's not even going to be a close call.
Here's the deal.
Wait, two reasons. There's money to be made in the partisan precincts on television and radio. They're not going to stop attacking because they make money attacking. And number two, the political PACs with unlimited money mean the actual candidates don't have to do the dirty work anymore. It'll be done for them by surrogates. And you are not going to prevent either of those things.
I agree, and neither are you when you do the no-spin zone. But we're going to speak the truth. Michael Steele and I disagree on almost every issue. I'm a liberal and he's a conservative. We're saying, and your audience is nodding their head right now, we're sick of it. Cory Booker said he's nauseated by it.
The exposition is worth it.
And we're going to be there to find a solution to problems.
The exposition is worth it, which is why you're sitting here tonight. Now I want you to tell me what you would do about this. I'm going to show a clip right now of an NBC News anchor, okay? Roll it.
What America typically needs emerge, and that is a racial enemy. Americans, in part, identify who we are and who deserves what through our notions of whiteness and of the racial enemies that are the non-whites. And in this moment, The new racial enemy became not so much Reagan's welfare queen, who was imaginary, but instead this imagined other that is somehow Muslim or Arab or Sikh or something else. We became willing to stomach a kind of horrific racial violence in the name of national security. It's something that we have been willing to stomach as a people over and over again in our history.
Unbelievable. So we, the United States, are racist because we defended ourselves against radical Islam after 9/11. How do you can't combat that? How do you combat
yes, you can.
Oh, how?
With all due
How?
respect to Ms. Harris, I strongly disagree with what she did. She actually did racial stereotyping herself by talking about all Americans. 9/11 was about murderous terrorists.
Okay, but you can't stop
You've
her.
got to speak up, and Michael Steele and I, from the right and the left, are saying
She
we're
doesn't
sick
care
of it.
what you say.
Well, we're going to disagree with people who say things like that on the right and the left, just as you do every night. And we're going to make solutions
Did you ever read
our business.
You ever read Don
Solutions.
Quixote or Big Cervantes? Did you ever read that?
I have.
All right, a little
Tilting
windmill.
at windmills.
Lanny Davis. Directly ahead, Jerry Sandusky doesn't testify. His defense